So this video is looking, so I've started with a fresh one, and I really want you to understand SQL, which is the query language for finding information from a database. If you go on to do this at A level, you will need to use SQL to actually filter out information when you're working in your projects. Now, there are three common SQL commands that we use to get information from a database. They are select, from, I don't know why I started with the R there, from and where. Just so you understand and remember how these are broken down, right? Select is the fields you want to show, all right? So you select, and I'm going to just write this out as a structure. You select the fields you want to show. So if you have multiple fields, you separate them by a comma. All right? So again, if I wanted to show each of those, we're going to do an example in a minute. I'd do select customer ID, customer name, item ordered. Or I could do select customer ID, comma, customer name, comma, item ordered, comma, quantity, comma. Do you see where I'm going with that? So they're the fields. Then it's from which table. In this case, the table is customer order. Customer orders. The where, okay, so the where is when you have the criteria that those fields need to meet. Now the thing that you need to be aware of is you need to actually specify. Now don't fall into the trap of doing Python on this. Write it as if it's pseudocode when you're doing there's just a single equals. So if I needed to select certain fields, I could say where item underscore ordered equals speech marks, because it's text, Nike trainers. So I'm going to write it out properly in a minute, but that is where, that's the criteria. So if I wanted to see where quantity was greater than 3, I could do it that way. So we're going to write out one now. All right. I'm going to do a query, so we're going to just write that down. So this query, what it's going to do is show me the customer name for all customers who have ordered more than one item. So the first thing we have to do is we have to select. Based on my criteria, what am I going to select? Anything else? Yeah?
Quantity.
No, it was a trick question. That's why I did that, all right? It said, show me the customer name for all the people. It didn't say, show me the customer name and quantity. So be careful. You're going to have to really interpret questions. That's why I said that deliberately. The criteria is they've ordered more than one, but they only wanted a query to show me the customer name. So what I would do is I would say, select customer name, all right, from, what's the table called? Yep, customer orders. Then we've got where, and you have your criteria. What would my criteria be? Where quantity is greater than 1. Notice there are no speech marks because we are working with numbers. So there are no speech marks when we are working with numbers. So that is how we select from where. Now, there is another thing that I'm going to add to this. Imagine they said they want you to change the query now, so that maybe it's like in an exam A, B, C, D, all right? And they said, oh, they've realized they wanted to order. Yeah, they wanted to change the order to show the highest quantity first. What you'd need to do, they might say change to show highest quantity first. So what am I going to add in? Yes.
It's order by.
So you'd have order.
Order by quantity, and then either ascending or descending. And it's descending.
How do we write ascending?
DESC. Capital O.
Yeah. DESC. That means descending. How do I say ascending though? ASC. So descending would start with the highest number. So that's high to low. Alright? Ascending would start low and go up. Alright? Low to high. So order by, so this is the query, this is what you need to know. Alright? Descending starts highest. In this case it would show me 4, 3, and then 2, but then sort it by the whatever order it was already in. But the idea is that you need to understand that you can order by descending or ascending. Alright? Lots of people forgot that in the exam questions that we've done before. Now, there is more to go on this, but that's the basics of how we do select from where, the criteria, how it's broken down. I'm going to follow up in a minute and show you how to do update and insert as well. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to stop that recording.